Is City Commission meeting. Could we have the roll call, please?
Here.
Blue.
Here.
Craig.
Here.
Harvey.
Here.
Mayor Robish.
Here. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As you can tell, this side of the room doesn't have much of a voice, so this side you better be ready to take over. So,
Yeah.
moving on to the agenda approval. I guess I don't have any additions. Anybody else? Anything?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Blue.
Aye.
Craig.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. Moving on to public forum. Public forum is limited to a maximum of 3 minutes per person. Please state your name and address for the record. Do we have anybody here for public forum? Seeing none, the commission have anything? All right, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Matters appearing on the consent agenda are expected to be non-controversial and will be acted upon by the commission at one time without discussion unless a member of the commission requests an opportunity to address any given item. Items removed from the consent agenda will be discussed at the beginning of the formal items. 4.1 is minutes of January 5, 2026. 4.2 personnel items. Approve the employment of Robert Sheneman for the Solid Waste Maintenance 1 position effective January 20th, 2026 with a 1,040-hour probationary period pending completion of all the pre-employment requirements. And Robert will be credited with 4 hours of prior military experience for vacation accrual. Number 2, accept the voluntary resignation of Alex Ruggiero as volunteer firefighter effective January 2, 2026. 4.3, fuel quotes for city departments. 4.4, set election date for June 2nd, 2026. 4.5, raffle permit for benefit submitted by Kristen Jurgens. 4.6, raffle permit to benefit post-prom submitted by Renee Puterbaugh. And 4.7, payment of the bills.
Move to approve consent.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Blue.
Aye.
Craig.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. Moving on to bid quote items. Consider 2026-10 Parks and Recreation Wide Area Mower quote from Kibble Equipment in the amount of $72,059.68. We have with us from the engineering department tonight, Sean Snothorse. Okay, I'll turn it over to him.
Thank you, Mayor, Commissioners. I don't really have anything to add. $72,059.68. It comes with a 4-post canopy with the rollover protection system on it, and it's something that Chad needed. Engineering suggests move forward.
Okay.
Move to approve.
Second.
Any questions for the roll call vote, please?
Smith.
Aye.
Blue.
Aye.
Craig.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. Moving on to ordinances and resolutions. 7.1, first reading of supplemental appropriations ordinance 2278-30-248. And Pauline's going to try and rough through this a little bit, but I will invite her to do that.
The mayor. There's like too many things out of the ordinary here. Most things were talked about during the budget process or during projects that had to be moved over, like you could see under the street department. Property improvements there, that's the salt shed. Vehicles and equipment, street, we had boilers in that we had bought the boilers, but we needed the labor that came out in 2025. Hockey and skating, utilities went over, property improvements, the Stony Run land purchase there in Park and Rec. Capital projects, the property improvements there it's a significant number, but like you'll see in the transfers, the downtown project obviously didn't finish in 2024 and rolled into 2025, which we did not have a number in the budget. So we supplement that. Water, sewer treatment, you can see there's purchases there. Again, nothing out of the ordinary. The strange thing there was the pre-treatment, where we're doing the salaries and things like that. We actually had the wrong person budgeted in that budget, which we don't know until we look at time clock. So those are supplements there. And then Broadland, a lot of those are the ins and outs, increased revenue, or the amount paid out in the contract. To be honest, that was a wrong number in the budget. So we corrected that. And solid waste, again, 2024 project that rolls into 2025, no budget number for 2025. So that's on the transfer station repairs. So I'm asking for first reading and then also to set the second reading for the 27th, I believe. 26th.
26.
Move to approve the first reading of the supplemental appropriations and set the second reading for January 26th. Is that what we landed on?
Second.
Any questions on the first reading, or on the initiation here? Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Wright.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Bush.
Aye. All right, moving on to departmental items. Consider combined election agreement with the school board, I guess, the county. And we're moving this to, like it was in the consent agenda, June 2026.
Yep, thank you, Mayor. Yep, this is a combined election agreement, not a huge change as you can see. We're combining them with Beetle County and the school district for June 2nd election. The attorney did review the agreement and also approved, so we asked for approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Wright.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. All right, moving on to consider number 8.2, consider 2025 year-end fund transfers. All right, Pauline?
Thank you, Mayor. There is a detail I put on your desk. It gives you a little bit more detail on each fund, what we're doing. You can see the budgeted transfers are less than what we actually did. Again, 1.4 million of that is downtown project that was not in the budget that we're supplementing. And then that also becomes a transfer from the general fund to cover that money in the budget. And then Second Penny obviously is another one that's significantly higher. The transfer out is $4,220,000, original is $3,007,000. That is mostly due to 4th Street and those other projects again that roll over into the next year. A new one there, you see the Anderson family, $724,000. That's for the community band. We talked about that during budget. And then the DARE opioid monies, that budget of $5,000 to cover community counseling's budgeted amount. And then the special projects from Park and Rec covers a portion of the land purchase. Otherwise, there's nothing out of the ordinary unless you have questions on some of that detail. We recommend approval from our office.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Roll call vote, please. Or any questions first on the list? Okay, roll call vote.
Smith.
Aye.
Clute.
Aye.
Wright.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. Moving on to 8.3, consider 2025 contingency fund transfers.
All right, this is the contingency fund that's budgeted in the governing board's budget. The amount there is $213,706 is what was in the contingency fund. You can see there, contingency fund is only transferred in the general fund department. So any department that went over budget, I can use contingency funds to cover those overages. You can see in engineering, we have salaries. That's part-time salary. Most of that is Brett. We budget him at 1,040 hours as a part-time, but he obviously has one over. So that affects that. Professional services and fees there was Civic Plus for the bids, the software portion of that. Inspections, we had salaries. That is, again, a finance office mistake. We skipped a person. So you look at it and you look at it and you still miss something. So, and then street lighting and utilities, which is speaks for itself. There was a mid-year increase for utilities, gas, and electric. So total transfers from the contingency is 162,482.50. So 51,223.50 goes back into reserves. And we ask for approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any questions on this one? Roll call vote, please.
Smith.
Aye.
Aye.
Brett.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. 8.4, consider 2026 golf management contract. Commissioner Bragg, do you have anything on that is out of the ordinary?
No, we didn't make any significant changes other than the time frame that we changed because of the month that we've been
Sure.
able to stay open.
Okay,
And then as per what we have been doing, there was a 3% increase as well.
okay. Pretty standard.
Move to approve the golf contract.
Second.
Any questions? Commissioner Smith?
Maybe not so much a question, Rich, but as part of that, as part of the contract, we were to get a report on how many rounds are played on the courses. Any way for future meeting, he could assemble that?
Yeah, I'm sure we can get
Just
that.
kind of curious as to see what the ebb and flow has been on the courses over the last 5 years.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we have a golf board meeting tomorrow morning, so I can ask him. I know that, the incoming revenue has continued to increase. Now, obviously, with the bonuses that we pay him and some of the other expenses, I wouldn't say that the total operation has been more profitable, but the revenue has been higher.
Higher, yeah.
So we can get you those numbers.
Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Roll call vote, please.
Aye.
Klute.
Aye.
Bragg.
Aye.
Harvey.
Aye.
Mayor Robish.
Aye. Moving on to 8.5, solid waste upcoming holiday hours.
Okay, thank you,
Commissioner
Mayor.
Clute.
Solid Waste Department rubble site will be closed Monday, January 19th in observance of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Monday's garbage, recycling, and grass collection will be done on Wednesday, January 21st. Please have your containers out the night before, as trucks will not be rerouted. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And along with that, the city offices will be closed on January 12th for the Martin Luther King observance. So you can pay your bills every other day, though. That's not a problem. You can come in anytime. Okay, that's all the official business we have for tonight. We're going to move into a work session